Yo, this Adrian Broner story is getting heavy, y'all. So allegedly, Big U and the Rollin 60s allegedly packed out Adrian Broner. This extortion story, man, is getting wild. The streets is talking. But let's break this shit down, man. Let's see what really happened to AB. And is his life in danger or it might be behind it? With that being said, let's get to the Adrian Broner extortion story. Let's get it. Let's go. We got action, y'all.
And he popped another basketball player who I believe is John Wall out of $5 million. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened is that Big U went to Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner is the player, the boxer, right? And Big U went to Adrian Broner and said, "Hey, I know you popped this on the dice. I need some of that." And Adrian Broner told him, "You ain't giving you." So what's Big U do? Big U goes,
"That's crazy for just to hear Adrian Broner tell Big U, I ain't giving you." Well, no, that ain't crazy. Ain't nobody scared of another man, but with all the niggas around, just to say it like that, nigga, nigga, give you what? For what? You know what I'm saying? Or some shit. But yeah, nah, the way I don't know if people emphasize on it, like, you know, it remind me of Mental Society and shit where nigga Samuel Jackson was asking for his money and nigga said, "I ain't giving you shit, mother. There ain't no nigga scared of you. I told your mother ass when I get the cash, I want your ass. Better wait, fuck nigga." Let's go.
Right back to James Harden. And the other guy says, "Hey man, you know you got popped on the dice with funny dice, right? I can get your money back."
Have to hit up the wall. Shit. They have to hit up the wall. You got those shots. What you mean they gotta hit up the wall? My nigga, they gotta hit up the wall. Downtown. They gotta hit up the wall. Let's fight this. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight.
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can it generate reports?
Not that AP for a long time.
Weighed in at a trim ready 144 1/2 pounds with a record of 27 wins, no losses, 1 no contest. He has 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 3-time world champion in 3 weight divisions, the reigning WBC lightweight world champion and the undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world. Introducing Adrian the Problem Broner.
I definitely gave y'all what I promised. It wasn't in the 4th round, but I knocked his ass out though.
He wears the silver and purple, the 4 Division Welter champion tonight. Brings 31 professional victories, 23 coming by way of knockout against just 2 defeats. Fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Introducing Adrian.
He paid Big U $100,000 to go get his money back. They ran down the federal paperwork says that they ran down on him and beat him up to get a portion of the money back. But this is where it gets funky. When Big U got some of the money back, he didn't take it back to James. He kept it.
If I was still undefeated, man, I don't know where I would be.
You'll see Cincinnati native and champion boxer Adrian Broner was friendly but feisty with police when they arrested him early yesterday.
Well, more trouble for boxing champ Adrian Broner. He was arrested last night here in Covington in an SUV riddled with bullet holes.
AB, Adrian Broner, the problem, Cincinnati bred, 4 division world champion. One of them fighters who came into the game with gifts money can't buy and trainers can't manufacture. Fast hands, sharp instincts, reflexes that made world-class fighters hesitate. Back then, people weren't questioning his future. People were trying to figure out how high the ceiling was. Could he become the next pay-per-view king? Could he become the next face of boxing? Could he become the next Floyd Mayweather? Those were the conversations, because when Broner first exploded onto the scene, scene when he looked easy. He wasn't just beating people, he was entertaining people, talking, laughing, showing off, making headlines before the fight and after the fight. Some fans loved it, some fans hated it. Everybody watched. And in boxing, that's what matters.
Hello, I'm Jim Lampley. If there's one rising young American fighter who might be expected to command the spotlight for the next couple of years and perhaps into the future, he's 23-year-old Adrian Broner of Cincinnati, Ohio. After a star-quality amateur career, Broner is really just getting started as a professional. No major identity fights so far, but some impressive wins nevertheless.
Attention, Broner knew how to get it. By the early 2010s, he was stacking world titles across multiple weight classes.
You've mentioned a couple names recently. Who were they?
Listen, man, they call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
The money was growing, the fame was growing, the spotlight was growing. From the outside, it looked like the story was following the normal boxing script. Talented fighter, big opportunities, bigger paydays, eventually superstardom. But life doesn't always follow the script. Sometimes the real story starts where the cameras aren't looking. Summer 2019, Los Angeles, different environment, different crowd. This wasn't a championship fight. This wasn't a weigh-in. This wasn't a press conference. This was gambling, high stakes gambling, the kind of gambling most regular people never see. Athletes, celebrities, businessmen, money moving so fast it barely looked real.
Let's shoot some dice, man. I want.
Okay. Let me find. Hold on, we're dropping.
Hey, tell them niggas. Hey, tell them I want to shoot some dice, man.
Who's the best dice, pound for pound, best dice player?
Me.
According to information that will later surface during a federal investigation, millions of dollars allegedly changed hands during the dice game involving well-known figures, not thousands, millions. One former NBA star reportedly lost around $5 million. Another reportedly lost around $1.5 million in a single game. Now, when regular...
Man, that's that type of shit that'll change a nigga life, especially if a nigga that didn't have that type of bread and a nigga played it all the way up on some shit like that. 5 M's off of dice? Nigga, you gotta be one of the luckiest nigga. I don't know no nigga. Nah, take that back. I know one nigga who hit like 13 straight hands every time. And then he grab the dice and put that little trick shit he'll do and shake it and do it and throw it, holding the 2 dice like this. You know what I'm saying? He hit 13 times in a row on them. Smack it, smack it, smack it. I think they was playing like it was 1,000 to get in. You know what I'm saying? Nigga had to pull up 1,000. Niggas was shooting 500, 1,000, and 2,000, 4,000. Man, it was one of them games, man. You know what I'm saying? When I was around them niggas with that near loan money. I don't care who it is, nigga. It's no way I'm even playing a 500 hand, nigga. You know, I'm old school, nigga. We 20s and 50s. And a side bet on 100. Just in case you talking shit about the nigga who rolling and I don't think he got him, nigga. Shoot 100, nigga. Bet 100 or something. But yeah, 20, 50s, 100s, nigga. I would never even go past that. That's just crazy. Let's go.
People lose money gambling, they usually got one option: take the loss and keep moving. When millions are involved, things get different. People start asking questions, people start making calls, people start looking for explanation. And according to information later discussed inside of a federal investigation, those questions didn't disappear when the dice stopped rolling. They stayed alive. Months passed, the conversations continued, the dispute remained active. Eventually, investigators started hearing about the situation while looking into something much larger, a federal racketeering case involving Eugene Big U Henley Jr.
Alleged LA gang leader Eugene Henley Jr. has just been named in a 43-count federal criminal indictment. Prosecutors accuse Henley of racketeering, fraud, extortion, and embezzlement. Henley surrendered to authorities last week in connection with a federal complaint linking him to the 2021 killing of an aspiring rapper. Prosecutors say that Henley, also known as Big U, has ties to the notorious Rollin 60s street gang. His arraignment is scheduled for April 8th.
At first glance, a boxing star, NBA players, and the federal RICO case don't seem connected. Then you start following the money. You start following the relationship. Then you start following the people moving through those same rooms. According to the information later referenced by the investigator, individuals connected to the gambling dispute allegedly sought assistance from Big U. What started as a dice game was becoming something bigger, not because of the game itself, because of the amount of money involved. Millions create pressure. Pressure creates conflict. Conflict creates consequences. Federal investigators will later gather information indicating efforts were allegedly made to resolve the dispute. According to court filings, approximately $100,000 was allegedly paid in connection with those efforts. Normally, that's the ending. Money gets exchanged. Problems get settled. Everybody goes their separate ways. That wasn't the ending here. The issue reportedly stayed alive long after the game ended, long after the money changed hands, long after people expected it to disappear. Years later, investigators captured conversations discussing the situation. That detail mattered because it showed the dispute hadn't been forgotten. It was still being talked about, still being referenced, still lingering. Eventually, those conversations became part of a much larger federal narrative, and that's where Broner's name entered the picture, not directly, not openly. Federal filings referenced an individual identified by only his initials, AB, no full name, just initials. But inside boxing circles, that immediately got attention. Suddenly, one of the sport's most recognizable personalities was being discussed alongside a federal investigation that had nothing to do with title fights, nothing to do with rankings, nothing.
Man, I can tell y'all this already, gang. Let me tell you something. I just seen a live stream where Ray J was talking to Broner about coming to LA. He was like, "You want to go to LA?" And the nigga looking like, "Shit, nigga, I don't know if I want to go back to LA. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Big U and them, you know, but this is my thing. They're going to try, I'm not a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? But they're going to try to use everything in their power to make sure they sell that deal on Big U and close that book. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's in that paperwork in that RICO. So, you know, the dice game is going to play, you know, it's going to come up in court. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he testify, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to just say he's going to testify, but I'm pretty sure, you know, with them people, because he on probation or some shit like that right now, right? If he do anything wrong, anything dirty in between now and when they start this Big U trial, this RICO trial, they go pressure him. You see what I'm saying? I know he trying to stay far away from California, nigga, because California is, man, nigga, I know he thinking he got to worry about the, you know, them boys over there from Big U hood, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that them niggas is go risk their life and put hands on this nigga, but rumor is that they already said, you know, they packed him out already. You know what I'm saying? When he was out, when, you know, the big fella was out. This is all alleged, but at the same time, though, nigga, let us find out that AB made statements. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look bad for him, especially for Ohio, nigga. Them niggas, they don't play that red and shit. Let's go.
Google Championship Belgium.
Magnus Pro was a game changer. It made all of your cables disappear. With the world's
The problem for Broner was that all of this was happening while another battle was already unfolding. His battle, the one everybody could see. Because while federal investigators were examining events from 2019, Broner's boxing career was entering a different phase. Talent never left. That wasn't the issue. Nobody questioned whether he could fight. Nobody questioned what he accomplished. 4 world titles settled that argument years ago. The concern was everything happening outside of the ropes. Training camps becoming unpredictable. Activity slowed down. Momentum disappeared. The version of Broner that once looked unstoppable started showing up less and less. And boxing is one of those sports that punishes inactivity. You can't negotiate with the clock. You can't negotiate with age. You can't negotiate with discipline. Either work gets done or it doesn't. As the years passed, more attention started shifting away from what Broner was doing in the ring and toward what was happening outside of it. Then came the financial questions. Court proceedings pulled back that curtain. Information became public. And suddenly, fans who spent years watching Broner earn millions started hearing something they never expected. Money problems, real money problems. One statement in particular exploded across boxing media. Broner indicated that the only money available to him was the cash he had in his pockets. The reaction was immediate because that statement didn't match the image people had spent years watching. This was Adrian Broner, multi-million-dollar purses, main event fights, pay-per-view cards. How does somebody reach that level and end up having those conversations? People wanted answers. And the more people looked, the more questions appeared. Questions about spending, questions about gambling, questions about financial obligations, questions about decisions made during the years when the money was flowing. And now the story wasn't just boxing anymore. And things were about to get even.
crazy. I know a lot of people sit back and say, God damn, that nigga had about 13, 14, 15 million dollars. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, a lot of these dudes, man, they be blowing that money, homie. I mean, private jets, $20,000 there and back, crazy shopping sprees, renting motherfucking penthouses and all over the country, and you know, fucking bras and buying Hermes bags and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he admitted that he was a real alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? I just seen the live stream where his son was like, nah, dad, no, dad, don't. And he was like, nigga, I'll whoop your ass. Nigga, who you talking to? Nigga, I want to drink, I'm gonna drink. Shit, nigga. You know? But he had nothing when he first started streaming. And when I watched him when he got that bag, you know, you yelling at Dean and shit. He the reason why you got money in your pocket, nigga. You 100,000 there, nigga. You a six-figure nigga that fast. All right, you made millions, lost it all. You bet that nigga to pay you $1,000 if he cut his facial hair off. Like, that's crazy, gang. You know what I'm saying? He put you in position. The way you be yelling at that nigga, just imagine he cuts you off and you get back to your drug addiction. Nobody's gonna fuck with you again. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. He got that spirit on his back, man. I hope the nigga realized what he doing too. Let's go.
More public because the new era had arrived, a live stream era. And unlike court records, live streams don't wait for reporters. They don't wait for investigators. They don't wait for anybody. They happen live in front of everybody.
Nigga, you drunk, stupid ass nigga. I swear I'm not. Bro, come on, gang.
He has spicy hands.
Hey, go with them. Hey, take this nigga with y'all.
And for Adrian Broner, that would change everything. Live streams changed the rules. Before social media, an athlete could have a rough night and most people would never hear about it. Maybe a few friends knew. Maybe somebody at a bar knew. Maybe a local reporter heard about it. That was it. Not anymore. Now one phone can broadcast everything, every mistake, every argument, every bad decision, every bad night, straight to the world. That's exactly what started happening with Adrian Broner. At first, people tuned in because it was Broner. The same personality that made him famous in boxing worked online too. He was funny, unpredictable, entertaining. You never knew what he was going to say or do or get into. That uncertainty attracted viewers, but eventually the tone started changing. Fans who initially came for entertainment started noticing something else. Concern, real concern, because some broadcasts didn't look like the Adrian Broner people remembered. The sharp-talking fighter who once controlled press conferences seemed different. Viewers started discussing behavior that appeared increasingly erratic.
Man.
Scariest. Why the f in the back seat, bro? Bro, I ain't tired of these songs, bro. King, baby. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Stop, bro.
You want one too?
Hey, no.
Hey, one hater.
Yo, you see that?
No.
You are mad because I crowned him my king?
No, stop.
You're so jealous.
Stop, bitch.
You're so jealous.
Nigga, she don't know. I thought what happened to the plan?
Some streams reportedly showed visible drinking. Others ended up generating headlines for entirely different reasons. One incident gained widespread attention after the people around Broner reportedly intervened to prevent him from getting behind the wheel.
Yeah, this is bad, chat. This is crazy. And you know what? I think people like to see niggas crash out too, gang. Let's keep it real because there ain't nothing funny about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We looking at a nigga who had the world at the palm of his fingers. I'm talking about nigga $15 million, nigga. It's nothing you can't do. Nigga, who's gonna tell you no with 15 M's? You know what I'm saying? Niggas that want to be around your energy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, because they know wherever he go, he paying the bill. You know what I'm saying? Niggas always follow when it's for free. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, nigga, I said, yeah, nigga, what? Got boy, shit. Niggas like, shit, that nigga got the mansion, nigga. He said I could get a room, you know what I'm saying? I could drive one of his cars, you know what I'm saying? When we go out, he pay for everything. Shit, that's my boy. Now these niggas do it, man. Chat, I've been thinking about doing like some 24-hour streaming shit, bro. Like, they don't really got like no stream house with like, you know, hood niggas from all over, you know what I'm saying? Streaming, going out, showing a different type of lifestyle, man. So I've been really thinking about that shit, man. You know, I might just, you know, but I'll probably just rent a mansion out here. I wouldn't have it in LA. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how LA is. You know, the politics, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You see a nigga in a mansion and shit, niggas pulling up with their cars, their jury in the house. We might be at a club. Nigga go flock that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and then now what we gonna do? We go hunt these niggas and crash out? Nah, man. So a nigga might just do something like that in Vegas. Maybe do like a first give a kickstart, do a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Have some of the top podcasters, you know, niggas that's in media. I ain't just having no gangbangers just around just because they want a free opportunity to be on some shit I got going on. But, you know, some niggas in the media space or rappers or TikToking, Instagram popping, whatever that shit is, man. I've been thinking about that because I noticed, you know, a lot of my friends who do stream, you know, I ain't gonna display their names, but, you know, some of them make $90,000 a month, bro. I'm talking about a month. No bullshit. You know, nigga, 3,000 people watching them every day. 400 people watching you every day. You live 24 hours. Bro, that's a bag. I want to tell y'all something if y'all watch me and listen to my voice. If you're not in media, bro, you so behind. I'm telling you, it is the ultimate life of freedom. Now, I know it's a lot of people on here that's doing it. Some niggas ain't getting money. Some niggas are. Some niggas is okay. Some niggas is not. But at the same time, just imagine, bro, you can do this shit and you're making $10,000 a month, but then you go to a job and you're only making $3,500 every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Or, damn, I know a lot of niggas ain't even making that. That's probably a lot for some niggas. I know, I'll make that, but they're taxing you and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You get yours up front with this shit, and then you owe at the end of the year. So as long as you managing your money and you paying your tax, you be all right. You know what I'm saying? But it's some niggas who make 100,000 on here a month. Some niggas that's making 20,000. Some niggas is making 14,000 a month. You know, but it ain't always every month like that for some people. You know what I'm saying? But come on, bro. Come on, bro. You can't tell me that nigga just a nigga wake up one morning and you see $20,000 in your account, bro. Come on, my ninja. You know that's a beautiful feeling, bro. To wake up in the morning and you see, you know what I'm saying, $13,000 in your on a bad month. You know what I'm saying? That is an amazing feeling. Don't ever get that shit confused, gang. Let's go. Telling you, man, it's the ultimate way of freedom. So y'all better get to it, man. Discipline. If you got some discipline, bro, you can really push that shit and make some money. Let's go.
No, I'm not. You're drunk. You're not driving drunk, gang. You finna, nigga. I'm not drunk, dumbass nigga. You drunk, stupid ass nigga.
Another broadcast spread rapidly after he became visibly sick during the stream.
Just tip $3.
Oh shit!
G-Lo shut your retarded ass up. You only because we feel bad for you.
Hold on, chat.
Within hours, clips were everywhere. Sport pages, boxing blogs, entertainment sites, social media accounts. Everybody reposting the same footage. The difference this time was simple. Nobody was relying on rumors. People were watching it happening themselves. And once audiences see something with their own eyes, the conversation changes. Questions become harder to dismiss. Concerns become harder to dismiss. The discussion around Broner began shifting further away from boxing. Fights became secondary. His personal situation became the story. And at one point, online personalities and streamers reportedly offered financial incentives if Broner could remain sober for a specific period of time.
I'm gonna give you one though.
Hey, I'll give you $5,000. Listen to me. I give you $5,000 if you don't drink for 3 weeks.
But I'll take you. I won't take you off now.
I knew you wouldn't.
5,000.
5,000. AB, you got it. I put on everything. On everything.
I know.
On everything.
But 3 weeks without a shot.
Yeah, that nigga drinking bad, gang. He said 3 weeks without a shot.
Think about
5,000, it's not enough.
how much is enough.
I don't know, but that's not enough. I'm a streamer now.
Hey, but you don't got to drink.
But he talked to a nigga who had $15 million, bro. Like, come on. I don't get it. Like, nigga don't want to see you drink. Man, shut up, nigga. Shut up. Shut up, gang. Like, come on, bro. Like, my thing is this. Niggas be acting like they really care, bro. We know niggas really don't care. They just trying to be the, Captain Saver nigga. You know what I'm saying? That jabroni shit ain't really popping like that no more. But I'd have been 5,000, nigga. I'm offended, nigga. What, nigga? I pay a tip at the restaurant 5,000. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's crazy. He an alcoholic for real.
You know how fast I make that?
How fast?
Fast.
Think about that for a second. That was a fighter who once headlined major cards. A fighter who once stood on top of multiple weight classes. Now people weren't debating title opportunities. They were debating whether he could regain stability. That tells you how dramatically the conversation had changed. Meanwhile, the problems weren't staying confined to social media. They were beginning to affect actual career opportunities. One of the biggest examples came in 2022. Broner was scheduled to face Omar Figueroa Jr.
And his opponent is one of the biggest draws in the sport of boxing. From Cincinnati, Ohio, please welcome the talented, the colorful, and the outstanding 4-division world champion of the world, Adrian "The Problem" Broner.
For a lot of people, the fight represented something important, a chance to rebuild momentum, a chance to remind people what made him special in the first place, a chance to put boxing back at the center of the conversation. Then the fight fell apart.
We're going to talk about Adrian Broner in the Omar Figueroa fight on Showtime this Saturday night has been canceled due to Adrian Broner's mental health.
The cancellation generated another round of headlines, another round of speculation, another round of questions. At this point,
damn, nigga, the alcohol done fucked him up. But nigga, you don't get to cancel fights like that, nigga. What? Come on, boy, you owe them people bread. I know he was in debt.
Every development seemed to create a new discussion about what was happening in Broner's life. The focus was in his job. The focus was in his footwork. The focus was in strategy. The focus was whether he could get himself back on track.
He says the gloves are off after the superstar boxer allegedly lost $175 million to his former money manager. In a lawsuit that was filed Friday, the 5-division champ claimed that disgraced New York power broker Jonah Rechetz defrauded him of the cash when Rechetz was working as the boxer's investment portfolio manager. In the complaint, which lays out claims like fraud and breach of fiduciary duty, Mayweather, who has earned a reported $1 billion over the course of his career, said that Rechetz began, to gain his trust in 2017, and by 2024, he was the champ's de facto investment manager.
The amount alone guaranteed attention. Any lawsuit involving that much money is going to make the news. A lawsuit involving...
All right, so that's Mayweather. That's how they said Mayweather going broke, he in debt or whatever. Let's get back to what's going on with Big U. Let's go.
Websites your competitors don't want you to know, part 2. All you do is go to this website, and it lets you find out.
The lawsuit pulled additional boxing figures into the discussion, including El Heyman. For years, Heyman had operated as one of the most powerful people in professional boxing. Fans rarely saw him. Media rarely interviewed him. Yet his influence stretched across some of the biggest names in the sport. Now his name was operating inside litigation connected to disputed investments and alleged financial issues. Suddenly, multiple lawsuits, multiple parties, multiple financial disputes were all developing at the same time. And before long, those stories would collide with another courtroom battle unfolding 3,000 miles away in Los Angeles. A battle centered on a federal indictment, a battle centered on Big U that will produce one of the strangest legal arguments connected to the entire investigation. The federal indictment against Eugene Big U Henley Jr. was already attracting attention. Racketeering allegations, recorded conversations, witnesses, years of alleged activity, type of case that immediately draws national interest. Then people started started reading deeper, and that's when one of the strangest disputes inside the entire case surfaced. Not a dispute over money, not a dispute over gambling, not a dispute over violence, a dispute over language. Inside the indictment, federal prosecutors referenced an unidentified individual using a racial slur. No name, no public identification, just the language itself. Wording immediately jumped off the page. Defense attorneys noticed it. Legal observers noticed it. People following the case noticed it because federal indictments aren't usually written that way. References appeared inside overt acts. Prosecutors alleged were connected to members of the enterprise. One allegation involved money supposedly owed. Another involved discussions involving violence toward the same unidentified individual. Yet despite the references, the person's identity remained publicly unknown. The government never identified the individual by name. The indictment simply included the language. That decision eventually became a legal issue. Defense attorneys challenged portions of the indictment. Their argument wasn't based solely on whether the wording was offensive. The argument focused on fairness. According to defense filings, the language carried the potential to create an emotional reaction before jurors even reached the evidence. The challenge forced the court to examine whether the wording served a legitimate purpose inside the indictment itself. Then another issue surfaced. Another fact remained sitting in the background. 2019 Dice game still hadn't disappeared. Years had passed. The original game was long over. Yet investigators continued encountering references to it, conversations about it, discussions about it. People still talking about losses that occurred years earlier. That specific detail counts because it helped explain why federal investigators kept encountering the same issue during a much larger investigation. The fact that it refused to completely go away. And by now, the timeline surrounding Adrien Broner had become impossible to ignore, not because he was charged, not because he was a defendant, because his name kept appearing around stories involving gambling, financial questions, and public controversy. Meanwhile, Broner himself continued living in front of an audience. Every interview became content. Every live stream became content. Every appearance became content. That level of visibility creates a strange reality. People stop separating the athlete from the story. Eventually, the story becomes the athlete. That's where Broner found himself. That's what makes this situation different from most former champions. Curiosity never completely went away. Even years later, people still talking about what he might do.
Yeah, all right, Chad. We're going to leave it right there, man. It looks like, right now, currently, Adrien Broner is still on probation. He has been going through a lot of court issues, child support issues. And right now he became a streamer. So it put him in the forefront, you know what I'm saying? Because he was a multi-billionaire, he made himself out there. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Make sure y'all like, hype, and subscribe, and I'm going to talk to y'all on the next one.